Hi, my name's Darren McGrady. I'm the Royal Chef. Royal Chef because I spent 11 years in the Royal Kitchens at Buckingham Palace and then 4 years as Princess Diana's personal chef, right up until the day of the accident. I'm going to be taking a small group of people to London for a real royal foodie insight into what it's like. Now imagine coming with me and getting a real tour of London, going through 3 different palaces, seeing the Princess Diana dress collection, having me cook for you the Queen's favourite chocolate cake. It's in my book, but imagine if I showed you how to make it at a cooking class in London, and then after that you got to sample it and take the recipe home too. And then we'll go to somewhere like Borough Market, where you can sample all the most amazing British produce. The 5-day trip is just packed with real foodie and royal visits. We're going to 3 different palaces. We're going to Kensington Palace, we're going to Buckingham Palace, and we're going to Windsor Castle. But not just as Joe Public going in through there. We get to go in with a royal tour guide. Yes, me. Someone that's actually spent 15 years walking through those royal palaces, where I can take you inside those palaces and show you, hey, look, this is where Princess Diana used to walk. This is where William and Harry used to play with water guns. Not just some tour guide saying, and over here we have a Rubens painting. It's non-stop action from the minute we arrive at our hotel, the beautiful Rembrandt in the centre of London. We just unpack our cases and then head off to Harrods, London's Harrods, and we'll have a light lunch and a tour of the food halls. We used to get all our food from the food halls at Harrods, and it was all delivered to Buckingham Palace. And go a trip down memory lane seeing those beautiful marble food halls. They're fantastic. Then it's back to the hotel for a little rest, and then afternoon tea at the Ritz. What's better than that? And as well as afternoon tea, where we do scones and clotted cream and sort of a traditional British tea, I get to tell you how I got from the palace to Dallas. A real royal story, and we can visit and you can ask questions, and I can tell you all about life. Well, my 15 years with the royal family. The evening's yours for just relaxing or resting or getting out there and taking in a West End show or going to a museum. Day 2, we start at Borough Market. Borough Market is one of London's oldest food markets, and you'll get to see ingredients that you've never seen before. But if you don't know what they are, no worries, because I'll be there with you. I can explain them all to you. I've probably cooked with most of them. And there we get to sample different items too, have a tour of the market, a little bite to eat. There's so much tasting goes on there, it's unbelievable. And then in the afternoon, we've got an interactive cooking class, an interactive tea party. You get to go to Books for Cooks in London, which is a huge bookstore on Portobello Road. They've got over 8,000 cookbooks, but at the back of the store there's a little cooking class. And in the cooking class, I'll be doing an afternoon tea party. So I get to demonstrate for you the Queen's favourite chocolate cake. Then you get to try the tea party. And then you'll get to take the recipes home too. And in the evening, well, that's a surprise. Day 3, it's an early start and a busy day for us, but a real fun day and an exciting day too. We get up early and take a short bus trip out to Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle is the home of the royal family, the House of Windsor, and we get to tour it. We get to go inside and tour those state apartments. And who's your tour guide? Yep, me. I can show you all inside the castle, and I used to go there most weekends with the Queen and do lunches and dinners and afternoon teas for her, and I can give you all that inside information while we're there. Then we get to call in at the farm shop at Windsor too, the Royal Farm Shop, where they have clotted cream. Well, not quite clotted cream, but it's Windsor cream. The Windsor cream I talk about in my book, it's so thick and it's so rich and it's fabulous, and you get to buy it and take some home if you want to and try it. Imagine you save some scones from the day before and you get to try the Windsor dairy cream on those scones. You can't get closer to royalty than that. Now, it doesn't end there, because we're going to have lunch at the Christopher Wren in Windsor. It's a 17th century building, and it's the most amazing, gorgeous place. It really is. And then from there back to London, a little bit of a rest, and in the evening we've got a boat trip along the Thames and a nice relaxing dinner cruise, where again all those questions that you want to ask about the royal family, we can sit there and visit together, and I can answer those for you. Day 4, we get to see 2 royal palaces. We get to see Kensington Palace and then Buckingham Palace. But first of all, we start the day with morning coffee at the Orangery in Kensington Palace Gardens. Now, it's the most beautiful setting you could ever wish to see. Now, Princess Diana didn't get to see it from one of those tables drinking coffee. Princess Diana used to rollerblade all the way around that orangery while people were sat there having coffee. And she'd have a cap on, a baseball cap, and sunglasses, and she'd race by and people thought she was just a member of the public. I'll tell you all about that when we get there. But we'll have morning coffee there at the Orangery. After that, we'll head across the road to Kensington Palace, and we'll get a tour of the palace, see some of Princess Diana's dresses, and tour the estate apartments too. Kensington Palace brought back so many memories, so many happy memories of the princess, William and Harry riding their bikes across the park. I'll tell you all about that too. Gosh, I've got so many stories to tell you, and it's so much better if we're actually all there together, and I can point things out to you. Then it's off to Buckingham Palace, and the real royal apartments, where you get to see all those 17th century paintings and pictures on the walls and things as you tour the state apartments, and the beautiful Meissen china that we used to cook with for state banquets. I can't wait to tour Buckingham Palace, and it'll be almost like going home again seeing those royal palaces. In the evening it's out for dinner again, all of us, the whole group, but this time it's a real special surprise where we're going for dinner. But I know you'll enjoy it. The tour's filling up really fast, so if you want more information, then go to my website, www.theroyalchef.com, and you can get all the information you need. You can get a breakdown of when each day is and where we're going, and the price and everything else. But make sure you book soon, because we're only taking a few people, once in a lifetime trip, a royal tour of London.
For more information about the tour, contact Karen Dawson, area code 817-657-9866, www.southlake-travel.com. This is Bob Kaplitz for South Lake Travel and the Royal Chef.